Nano Banana Pro just dropped, and Kling 01 hit the scene just a few days ago. These tools are already making waves, and for good reason. If you're serious about stepping up your filmmaking, YouTube videos, or content creation for 2026, these are the game-changing tools you need. With Nano Banana Pro, you can capture cinematic 3D shots like never before, with smooth, dynamic camera angles and seamless transitions. Pair it with Kling 01, and now you've got a powerhouse combo that not only nails camera angles, but also maintains perfect character consistency and flawless lip sync.
Look, the compass. It's projecting something.
It's a map. No, a guide.
It's glowing. What is it?
I think it's calling us.
This isn't just about making videos, it's about creating professional level content that stands out. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use Nano Banana Pro and Kling 01 to get those wild professional camera angles that'll elevate your scenes and make your content look incredible. From intense action shots to sweeping cinematic views, these tools give you full creative control over your shots. You'll see how to use the perfect prompts to capture the kind of angles you've only seen in high-end films. Now, you might be wondering, why 3D films? Why should you dive into this world? The answer is simple. 3D content is where the money's at. Channels in this space are pulling in millions of views and making serious bank. Take Wild Brain Zoo, for example. They've got 5.7 million subscribers and make almost $300,000 a month. That's the kind of potential we're talking about. 3D films open up endless possibilities for creating content that's both visually captivating and highly engaging to both young and matured people. So stay tuned, because in just a few minutes you'll see exactly how Nano Banana Pro and Kling 01 will take your content to the next level, keeping your audience hooked and your videos looking more polished than ever. Step 1. Come up with a story and generate images. Step 1 is all about the story. The foundation of your video is a simple, creative idea that grabs people's attention in the first few seconds. You can write the story yourself, or you can have an AI chatbot help you. I'm going to use ChatGPT for this, and this is the prompt I'll paste into ChatGPT to generate me scenes and storyline for the story. Once you're ready, hit enter. In a few moments, ChatGPT will generate a detailed script. This script will act as our voiceover. And if you want the exact same prompts I personally use to generate my scenes and story, you can find them on my Telegram. The link is in the video description. If you want, you can adjust the length of the video. For this tutorial, I'm keeping it at 30 seconds. Next, we need to turn that story into visual scenes. Go back to the resource document, copy the image prompt, and paste it into ChatGPT and hit enter. This will break the story into separate scenes and generate specific image prompts for each one. These prompts are extremely important because they tell the AI exactly what camera angle, perspective, and framing to use. A strong prompt ensures every scene has the right close-ups, wide shots, and dramatic angles that make your video look cinematic. We'll use those prompts to create all the images we need for our video. Now that your image prompts are ready, it's time to turn those text descriptions into real images. And this is where things get really fun. This is where we experience the power of Nano Banana Pro. Nano Banana Pro is one of Zine's new high-end AI models built for cinematic, detailed, and consistent images. You give it a simple text prompt, and it turns that into scenes that look like they belong in a real movie. To use Nano Banana Pro, we'll be working inside Zine AI, an all-in-one creative platform that we'll be using for the rest of this workflow to generate images, animate them, and lip sync them later on. In this step, you're about to learn how to turn plain text into high-quality, ready-to-use scenes using just a few clicks. Head over to Zine AI. The link is in the description. If this is your first time using it, just create a free account. Once you log in, you'll land on the main dashboard where you'll see several powerful features like text to image, image to image, consistent character, and image to video. For now, we're going to use text to image to turn our prompts into real scenes. Once you're inside Zine AI, click on text to image, then grab the first scene prompt that ChatGPT generated for you and paste it into the Zine AI prompt box. For the model, choose Nano Banana Pro. That's what gives you that rich cinematic look. Next, set the quality to whatever you prefer. For this video, I'm going with 2K. After that, change the aspect ratio to 16:9 so it fits perfectly in a standard video frame, and then click Generate. Within a few seconds, Zine AI will create an image based on your prompt. Take a moment to review it, and if you're happy with how it looks, download it in your preferred file format. From there, you just repeat the same process for the next scene and the next one until you've generated all the key images for your story. By the end of this step, you'll have a full set of cinematic scenes created with Nano Banana Pro inside Zine AI, ready to be animated and brought to life in the next part of the workflow. And the cool thing is, you've just learned how to go from a simple idea in your head to a full storyboard of AI-generated scenes without touching a camera or hiring a single actor. Step 2, animating the images. Now that your images are ready, it's time to make them move. This is where your project really starts to feel like a movie, so don't blink. In this step, you'll learn how to turn a still image into a short animated clip using Zine's Kling Video 01. Still inside Zine, go to the left sidebar and click AI Video. In the new workspace, click Start Frame and upload the first scene image you created in step 1. Under the image, you'll see a prompt box. To get the right animation prompt, go back to the resource document, copy the animation prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, and hit enter. ChatGPT will generate detailed animation prompts for your scenes. Copy the one that matches your uploaded scene and paste it back into Zine's prompt box. For the model, select Kling Video 01. This is Zine's powerful video model that knows how to add smooth, natural motion to your scene, almost like it understands how the character should really move. Set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and set the duration. I'm using 5 seconds for this example. When everything looks good, click Generate. Zine will process for a moment, then your still image will turn into a moving video. Preview it, and if you're happy with how it looks, save it. Then repeat the same steps for your other scenes until all your key images have been turned into animated clips ready for the next step in your AI video. One thing you'll notice is how well this model keeps your character consistent across all the scenes, the same face, same features, same style. It also handles camera angles beautifully, keeping every shot accurate to the prompts you used. As long as you generated all your images using the same character description and angle-guided prompts, Kling Video 01 will carry that consistency straight into the animation. Step 3. Lip syncing your character. This is where your characters finally start talking, so don't miss this part. In this step, you'll learn how to match your character's mouth movement to your voiceover so your video feels clean, professional, and alive. We're still inside Zine. On the left sidebar, click Lip Sync. You'll see 2 options, upload a face video and pick a face image. Both work, but for this tutorial, I'll choose pick a face image and select the animated scene I want to lip sync. Once the image loads, Zine will automatically detect the character's face. You can also adjust it manually if needed. Click on each face you want to lip sync. When it's selected, the icon changes from blue to yellow. After that, click the next icon below the video to go into the voice editor. In the voice editor, your characters will show up as speaker A, speaker B, and so on. Click a speaker to open the voice settings. You'll see 2 options, upload audio if you already have a voiceover, or text to speech if you want to type the lines directly. For this tutorial, we'll use upload audio. Before this, you should have already generated your dialogue using a voice tool like 11 Labs or DubDub. Upload the audio, then use the time bar to line up the voice with the exact moment the character should start speaking. When everything is synced, click Generate. Zine will process the lip sync and then show you the final scene. Preview it, and if the lips match the words and it feels natural, download the video.
It's glowing. What is it?
I think it's calling us.
Then just repeat these steps for any other scene that needs lip sync. By the end of the step, you'll have animated scenes where your characters don't just move, they actually speak in sync with your dialogue, giving your AI video a polished, professional feel that's ready to publish or deliver to clients. Step 4, generating the voiceover with DubDub. Now that your video is ready, the last step is giving it a voice. In this step, you'll turn your story into a clean, professional voiceover using DubDub. On DubDub's homepage, click AI voiceover, text to speech. Go back to your story in ChatGPT, Copy the full script and paste it into DubDub's text box. Next, choose a voice. You can pick male or female and even different accents.
Do the difficult things while they are easy.
Today is the day to remind yourself that
Use the gender filter to narrow it down, then preview a few voices until you find one that fits your story. If you want, you can tweak the speed or pitch, but the default settings usually work well. When you're happy with the voice, click Generate. Listen to the result.
In a dusty attic, Leo and his little sister Mira discover a glowing compass.
And if it sounds good, click Export to download the audio file. That's your voiceover done, ready to sync with your video and bring your AI story fully to life. Step 5. Putting everything together with CapCut. With all your animated scenes ready and your voiceover done, it's time to bring everything together into one final video. For this, we'll use CapCut, a free and easy video editing app. I've added the link to CapCut in the description. Open CapCut, start a new project, and import all your animated clips into the timeline in the right order. Then import your voiceover and place it on the audio track so it lines up with each scene. Make sure your video size is set to 16:9, which is perfect for YouTube and most other platforms. If you want to take things a step further, you can use CapCut's auto caption feature to automatically add subtitles to your video and add smooth transitions between your clips so everything flows nicely from one scene to the next. Once you're happy with how everything looks and sounds, go ahead and export your video at the highest resolution available so you get the best possible quality. At this point, you've built a complete AI-powered video. You created high-quality images with Nano Banana Pro inside Design, animated those scenes with Sora 2, and used Design's lip-sync tools to match your characters' mouths perfectly to the voiceover. Then you pulled everything together and polished it in CapCut for the final export. Design is basically the home base that brings Nano Banana Pro and Sora 2 into one smooth, powerful workflow. Now it's your turn to try it. Jump into Design, play around with Nano Banana Pro and Sora 2, and start creating your own videos. Whether it's for your channel, your brand,
in a dusty attic, Leo and his little sister Mira discover a glowing compass that awakens an ancient star map. Guided by its light, he journeyed into an enchanted forest where a spirit fox appears to lead him forward. The compass unlocks a cosmic portal, revealing a swirling realm of symbols and magic. Leo steps ahead and leaps across floating stone platforms above a roaring abyss, each jump lighting up the path. He reaches a golden tower guarded by a celestial dragon. While the compass flares with power beside him, Leo raises it high, calming the guardian and opening the tower's sacred chamber. Inside the glowing corridor, he races through shifting starlight as the tower trembles around him. Bursting out onto a cliff at sunrise, Leo lifts the compass, releasing a rainbow arc across the sky as villagers cheer in awe.